Okay, welcome back. This is I think this is going to be part 4 of the video series about mixing the GarageBand session. And this is from a band called Feverjaw that I've done previously. What happened in the previous recordings, the reason they've actually changed, is in the last recording I accidentally pressed stop on the audio recorder for Logic, and it meant I just had to reshoot the final section of this. So, as I mentioned before, this is a video series. I'll put a link up in the description above. In one of the cards, so you can follow along at home. The next section that I want to look at, actually just talk a little bit about how I mix the vocals. This is where I left you guys from last time. This is the drum mix, the bass mix, the guitars up to the chorus. So I'm just going to play a little bit from the beginning. So I just want to look about the vocals now. So as I've mentioned previously, that we've had the session into track folders, and we've got the vocals from Dale, and we've got in the verses, we've got a double track vocal. So these have been recorded twice, hence double track. So with the vocals in the verses, they're quite clean. So I'm just going to play you a section of the verse.
Gouge away. You can gouge away, stay all day if you want to.
What we've got for this vocal track is it's very, very clean, recorded pretty well. I haven't really done too much on the main track, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the effect as well. So what I'm actually doing is the double track and the lead vocal stemming into the main vocal track. And I'm going to come back into a little bit about this because what happens in the chorus, explain about what happens then in the chorus. But what we've got initially is all I'm actually using for the vocals is a plugin called CLA Vocals. It's made by Waves. It's really, really good plugin. So if I just show you the difference between the settings before. So this is bypassed.
Gouge away. You can gouge away, stay all day if you want to.
So what we have on this channel is I've got a compressor on. We've got like a little bit of EQ just lifting the top end. So I'll just take that off for a second.
Gouge away.
Let's put it back on.
You can gouge away, stay all day.
And then we've also got the compressor coming in.
Gouge away. You can gouge away, stay all day if.
And then we had a bit of a reverb on it.
Gouge away. You can gouge away, stay all day if you want.
And then a tiny bit of slapback.
Gouge away. You can gouge away, stay all day if you want.
So overall, it's again a bit similar to like the bass settings, where the lead vocal, what we're doing is like a little bit of reverb and a little bit of slapback echo on the vocal, and it's just to make it kind of sit in the mix with the rest of the track.
Gouge away. You can gouge away, stay all day if you want to.
So that's sitting quite nicely, and then we had like a double track vocal as well. And we're doing something, if we look at the two, I'm basically using CLA vocals again. So this plugin here is the lead vocal, and then the track underneath is the double. So I'm just going to take off the other plugin, and I'll just show you the difference. What I'm looking with this double track is I'm processing it slightly differently. The reverbs more or less stayed the same, The EQ hasn't really changed too much as I'm bringing a bit more top in again to make it a bit brighter, because again these were recorded, like these tracks were recorded at home on an iPad, so I just need a bit of EQ just to kind of bring it up. And I do quite like the CLA, the top. I think it's almost like similar to a Pultec EQ where you just push the top end a little bit. And the main difference is I've gone for different settings on the delay and the pitch, which is like a stereo image spreader.
Gouge away.
Bring back in the
You can gouge away, stay all day if you want to.
And the stereo image, the spreader, is just to kind of push outside the image for the lead vocal. And so if we combine the two together,
Gouge away. You can gouge away, stay all day if you want to. Gouge away. You can gouge away, stay all day if you want to.
and then the final thing on the vocal as well is, and I'm looking like a Eventide harmonizer, which we're using with the Sound Toys microshift plugin, and it is just literally, I think, it's a vocal setting which says heavy shift, and I just blended the mix in a little bit to kind of add a bit more of the spreading effect and like the chorusing kind of sound and modulation to it. So without it,
Gouge away. You can gouge away, stay all day if you want to.
and again the idea is just to spread it and put it behind the vocal for the lead vocal. So that's more or less everything that I'm kind of doing for the vocals on the verse part. So as we've seen like in some of the other tracks, we've also got like chorus vocals as well, and so I've got distortion vocals, which I think is a different singer altogether. So what we've actually got is I've got processing just for the verse tracks, which is quite handy because it means I don't have to change too much when it comes to automating the mix later on. I've kind of got a setting that works for everything. So this is the
Gouge away.